It's Friday, and you know what that means. Hi, I'm Zach the Gear Guy, and welcome to the 5th installment of the Gear Logs. I can't believe I made it to 5 already. If you have not checked out episode 1 through 4 already, there will be a link right here to where you can find the complete playlist so far. And also, whilst you're here, check out the Zach the Gear Guy Predicts before each SHW event. There will be a link right here to those. Those are my raw reactions to the card for SHW and beyond. Tonight, we have a huge match in the form of the future and, well, the present of SHW. With Dylan Framier, Dylan James, our booker, going one-on-one against, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but the Heathen Cruel in a chain match tonight. Hashtag Cruel Fear Zach. I might be talking to Judas based off what happened last month. I might try to talk to Cruel and Brooklyn before this match, just because I know it's a big night for them. It's gonna be a crazy one this episode. I might even talk to Dylan, see how he's feeling. But it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be big. Who knows what's gonna happen? This is SHW. This is our wrestling. And as you all know, I've got a lot ahead of me. So I'll catch you at the Action Building. And we are back at the Action Building for the 5th episode of the Gear Logs 5 and Grind. And luckily, I have found a loyalist for the hashtag Cruel Fear Zach campaign. And that is none other than my good buddy Trayvon.
Yes, sir. Cruel doesn't fear. He does, in fact, fear Zach.
Yeah, that's a fact, yeah. But how are you doing tonight?
I'm great, man. I'm glad to be back. We missed the last show because of my dad's eye surgery, but everything's going well with that. Glad to be back
sorry
here.
To hear about that, by the way.
It's all good, man. Thank you for the wishes. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm kind of worried about that chain match later tonight.
I'm very worried about it. I don't know what to expect from it. Brooklyn's still out here over there. We don't support that.
In fact, she makes my blood boil. You
She
saw
does.
the 3rd episode, right?
Yes, I did.
Go back to your table, and I'm not afraid to swing a chair.
She completely tarnished that.
Buried it all. That's why we don't appreciate her being out here setting up merch. She wants to run it. No, this is Dylan's building. We're leaving with Dylan.
Dylan's house, yeah.
Dylan's house. All right, my man.
That.
All right.
Thank you for being on here.
No problem.
I just wanted to let you guys know there is more Zach merch on the way. More Zach merch is on the way. It's grinding soon. We are just getting closer and closer to the show. So, if you guys don't know the history of this, David Ali is partially to blame for the rising of the Cruel. It's now 10 months since he put me through the table. And there's people over there of the hashtag Cruel Fear Zach. So you know, how about and see what the verdict is? Because there's, like Trey mentioned, like I mentioned, there's a match scheduled tonight for the booking power of SHW. If Cruel wins, Brooklyn gets booking power. If Dylan wins, Brooklyn's gone for good, which is a plus for wrestling. I wouldn't mind that. So you know why? Once she's done talking, I think the viewers of this will enjoy. Hey, fans are still recognizing me. I'm vlogging. This is the 5th episode. Hashtag Cruel Fear Zach. This is great. This is awesome. Hey, Brooklyn. It's been 10 months
You
now.
go away!
now. And where's my match? I need one.
I'm not the booker yet. Go away.
Then why are you telling these people, honestly, that you're going to become Booker? If you become Booker,
If I become Booker, you're gonna be in a match against Cyrus, Judas, and Cruel all at the same time.
I don't
and
care.
I hope they whip your ass.
I don't care.
Get out of my face!
No way. Ay. Can't believe that. It's in a 10-minute intermission, and I have grabbed the third member of Overkill, that being the none other Princess Danny Jordan. Danny, how you doing?
I am great. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. So for those of you, you were the ground basis, the foundation of SHW. You've practically been here since day one. I'm very proud to have you on today.
Thank you. I'm proud to be here.
So you've been on
We wanna talk
AEW
about
Dark, AEW Elevation,
Absolutely.
Dynamite.
Absolutely.
Had some killer matches
Thank you.
until you lost to Rebecca.
Whoa, just throw that out there. real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah, I lost to her, so.
Yeah, but then you came back in the strap match, so like I gotta ask you, what's next for you? Are you gonna wrestle again? You just witnessed Kenzie Page get beat by Shazza McKenzie. Could she
did.
be in your future?
Absolutely. Kenzie and I have a future, or have a past together, so we obviously have a future together. I mean, she's attacked me numerous times. You know, we've been through the ringer. We've had like 3-4 matches together, so I know a lot of her abilities.
And I also have to ask you, how does one get into the burn book? I know I've seen that multiple times
Yeah.
on AEW Dark, here at SHW.
I just gotta hate you enough to put you in there.
So I'm
Disrespect
not
me
in
enough
there.
times.
If I looked in the Z
Not
section.
yet, but you're kind of pushing it with this interview.
Uh,
The longer it takes, I got places to be. I'm kind of famous.
Sorry. Not meaning to take up too much of your time,
That's
but I
okay.
do have to ask you one question. I am on a campaign for Overkill membership. What do you think is the possibility of me being the official gear guy? I
Like
grabbed,
collecting our stuff.
yeah, I'm bringing it to the back for you guys.
Okay, as long as you fold it
Okay,
nicely.
okay. So what's the final verdict?
I think we should all have a vote. I think we should have a group vote and
Yeah.
make the decision together.
Yeah, 'cause
but now I'm gonna talk to them alone.
Okay.
Then we'll get back to you on.
Thank you so much,
Conclusion.
Danny. It's
Yeah,
a
no
pleasure
problem.
having you on here.
No problem.
And just real quick, where can they follow you on?
Oh, on Instagram at Danny J, DANIJ. On Twitter, I believe it's just Danny Jordan.
Okay, thank you.
DANIJORDYN.
Okay, thank you so much, Danny. It's a pleasure
Thanks,
having you
bro.
back.
I'll see you later.
A few moments later.
Can't act as matchmaker. Cruel's first title defense will be against Zack the Gear Guy!
Okay, we are backstage now. As you just witnessed, I do have a title match next month against the Heathen Cruel. The hashtag #CruelFearsThat campaign has worked phenomenally. I don't know what I'm going to do about training. I've never trained, but I'm here with the former SHW champion, the working team captain, Owen Knight. Come in here, my friend.
You know, might have to come down. I'm a little hurt. There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay.
How many questions? 2, 3?
Just a couple.
Okay,
so
couple.
You won this in the War Chamber.
Yeah.
At that time, Cruel was versing Sunny Days. I know you just took a really bad scorched earth. Any advice for me going into this title match?
When I first got the SHW title, I knew that there was a target on my back regardless. I'm still a little shaken up right now. There's a lot of emotion going on and
so am
everything.
I.
But this is one thing I'm going to tell you. Just be ready for anything. Watch your P's and Q's, watch your 12 and watch your 6. You go in there with all intentions to get the dub, no matter what.
Yeah, and speaking of how you climbed this mountain, it was David Ali who you beat for that title.
Yeah.
And you made it so far, surpassing Gallant Angels. How do you feel about that?
I thank David for putting me on and definitely dropping the title, I guess, to me. It was definitely a great experience. And my whole ride as SHW champion has been phenomenal, man. And just like you said, I was at the top of the mountain. And it sucks to get knocked back down, bro. It really does.
Yeah.
But my thing I'm going to tell you is, and I got to go because I'm going to go get changed.
Okay.
But I'm going to climb that mountain back, and I'm going to get back to the top
Hey,
regardless.
man, working team captain.
But
right
next
there.
month,
That's my captain.
My money's on you.
Okay.
So get the
thank
job,
you.
get the W, bro. My money's on
Yes,
you.
sir. And where can they follow you on socials?
Follow me on Instagram, TWTCAPT. Follow me on Facebook, It's Owen Knight. Follow me on Twitter. I get on there and talk my ish sometimes. And I'm here with the next SHW heavyweight champion.
And we are back from SHW 39. And boy, what a night. We're back home now. Time for me to run over the match card in show order. The first match we had was Jordan Kingsley versus Darian Bankston. Jordan wins via pinfall. Great seeing Darian Bankston. Hope he comes back again really soon. Sooner rather than later, Jordan Kingsley should be talked about in the title picture, in my opinion. Next up we had Joe Black versus Kyle Matthews. Joe Black wins via pinfall. It was a great match. Everybody was chanting both these guys, which I totally understand. Because you got the best technical wrestler versus the wrestler of the year, the man who never lost the SHW title. It was a great match, but in the end, Joe Black wins via pinfall. We then had Tank's Gauntlet match. It was Tank with Reverend Dan versus Eddie Honcho, CT Lawler, and a bunch of other guys, including the Georgia Avenger. But when the Georgia Avenger came out, he actually, surprisingly, was already beaten by one supposed Gunnar Miller. Tank wins via Reverend Dan stoppage of the Gauntlet. Gunnar Miller's like, hey, I didn't come here all this way just to face you. I had to tell my fiance, I had to tell my kid why I came home all bloody and bruised. So, next month, it's set. Gunnar Miller will face Tank in a death match. We then had Shazza McKenzie versus Kenzie Page. Great match to be had. Let me just add here, we did have a special guest commentator, the one and only Danny Jordan was commentating. It's good to see Princess Danny back, but Shazza wins via pinfall. I'm excited to see more of Shazza in the future. Then Gary comes out. He talks about the 3 years of friendship between all the foundation of Southern Honor and all of that. And he goes on a limb and says Dylan, the man who founded the company, God bless Dylan, is going out on a limb here and is putting his booking power on the line. All of a sudden Brooklyn comes out with Cruel, and she made it clear that when she took over, not only will Gary be working with her, but they're here to break Southern Honor and make it something new. I believe she called it Southern Dishonor, but I'm still going to refer to it as Southern Honor. All of a sudden, Dylan comes out with a chain in hand. They brawl. It goes all over the the way you won the chain match, which you had to touch all 4 corners, we saw a lot of cool flashbacks in this match. Ravenna Vane coming to assist with Brooklyn, or Sal Rinauro coming to help out the Heathen Cruel. And there was one point in time where both men had 3-3. But when all was said and all was done, oh boy, do I hate saying this, Cruel touched all 4 corners. So, thank you, Dylan. That's all I can say. I hope you come back soon, because I don't know what's going to happen from here on out. All-Star Special versus TSF for the Southern Honor Tag Team titles. It was a really good match. Nice song choice in the jukebox. It was really good to see All-Star Special retain their SHW Tag Team titles. They won via pinfall. Carly Bravo versus David Ali. We had another special guest commentator, by the way, for this match. Carly Bravo versus David Ali. That was none other than the captain, Sean Dean. Salute to you, Captain. Carly Bravo wins via pinfall. He still doesn't show respect to David after the match. But David, I do have respect for you, man. Your 302-day reign as SHW champion has been a record breaker. Thank you for that, and I hope you return soon after you're done moving. After that match, we had the main event. It was Cyrus versus Judas versus Owen Knight. Owen Knight was defending the SHW championship. It looks like both men spilled to both Judas and Cyrus brawled into the back. We see Owen Knight in the ring by himself, and then the lights go out. It only leads for Joe Black to come in and spear him, and then we all of a sudden hear who else to show up? Then Booker Brooklyn and the Heathen Cruel. Now, I was already worried about me, Diana, and she said my first act as Booker is to make this a fatal 4-way. And Lord have mercy. Who else won the championship than Cruel? It then went on, and then so the match ends. Joe Black holds a Contra flag, which I'm familiar with from MLW, but they then proceed to cover the flag over Owen Knight, the former champion. So much disrespect. She then promptly sits on Owen Knight, says something to him, and then, of course, as you saw in this vlog, announces Cruel's first title defense is against none other, outgrind everyone, me, Zach the Gear Guy. Now that part, let me just give you something here. This has been a 10-month feud. I'm still a bit mixed. I couldn't really sleep well last night. You know, it was really hard for anybody to get some emotion out of it on what we fought, but I just remember that night asking people in the locker room, because in SHW, we always say you never know who's going to show up. So people like Danny Jordan, Captain Sean Dean was there. I also saw Jimmy Wang Yang and his daughter, Jazzy Yang, there last night. And I walked up to them, and I asked them, after my match was announced, hey, I've got this title defense scheduled for next month. Where would I go about training? I even asked people like Danny for advice going into this. And when the whole locker room heard it, a lot of them were offering me, like, you know, hey, I'm versing Cruel this upcoming week, or like in a few weeks, I'll soften him up for you. Thank you to all the talent who are offering to do that for me. With this whole Contra thing, I don't know how to feel. But with all that out the way, that was your end results for the match card. Now I'm actually going to show you, without rambling on, what I got from the event. What I got was this Danny Jordan shirt. It says, I was personally victimized by Danny Jordan. I'm happy to see Danny back in SHW. The next thing I got, this is very emotional for me to hold, but I got some of David Ali's ring gear. It's a nice keepsake for me to remember his last match in SHW. And finally, for AEW Figures Series 8, number 65, Trent. In this line, you can see the signature right here. And in this line, it does come with Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, Trent, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Chris Statlander. And I can't have Trent without his tag team partner, Chuck Taylor. A really good purchase here for the start of my Series 8 collection. Let me put those up there. So yeah, I just want to make this known real quick. June 10th is the next event. If you want to come out, support the hashtag Contra Fears Zach, hashtag Cruel Fears Zach campaign. But it's going to be interesting. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed watching our milestone 5th episode of the Gear Logs. OGE. Outgrind everyone. And I'll see you in the next episode. And don't forget to like, comment please, I read those, subscribe. Don't forget to outgrind everyone. We are not just a lifestyle, we're a community. Let's do that. Thank you.